Welcome back to BC Procast, episode 50, the big 5-0. We are getting there to our 1 year anniversary. We're very, very excited. But 50, episode 50, since it's a big episode 50, halfway to 100, we brought on two special guests. One person that you've known and seen before, named Evan, or some people call Evan. And then we have over here...
Kewdy.
You have your full name?
Oh, my full name? Kelly Serrano.
Yes.
Middle name as well.
Oh, middle name?
Social Security.
396. No, I'm sorry.
Those numbers came pretty quickly, dude. No, I'm joking. So yeah, we're here with two special guests, and we think it'd be fun to bring them on because they're a pretty funny duo in real life. They're great friends, and we kind of wanted to show that fun side of them. But straight off the bat, Cody, so you graduated high school, then you worked at the high school you graduated at.
Yeah.
And then you are now in a new field of work. What is that?
I'm a phlebotomist now. I take blood from patients that are in the hospital. They stay overnight. I work from 3 to 11:30. From 3 a.m. to like 7 a.m. I go from room to room and then just draw blood.
Wait, throughout the night you do that as well?
Well, like the morning.
Wait, hold on. Well, are you a vampire?
That's what they call me. Technically, I am
Are you
one.
serious?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
So you just like walk into the room and you're just like this?
Oh no, I would, say good morning, say their first name, and then if I would ask them because they have the right to say no. So.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Have you ever had someone deny you?
Every day.
What do you say?
Have a good day. I'll tell your nurse.
Do you have like a cart that you like wheel around? Are you
with the tubes and the needles and the everything that I need throughout the day?
Bro, that's actually crazy. So like you just go, good morning.
Yeah.
So wait,
That's amazing.
I'm sorry. So what? You work from 3 a.m. to
11:30 a.m.
Oh
So
wow.
It's eight hours, and then the last 30 minutes is like considered my break.
So is that every day, or do you have like a day on, day off, or?
I'm part-time, so
Okay.
I would work 5 days in 2 weeks. So
Gotcha.
it depends. So like this week, I was done yesterday, and I don't work since I have a trip coming up. I don't work until next week, Friday.
So do you ever work do you ever work days in a row?
Yes, I worked Saturday through Tuesday.
So
Yes,
wait,
sir.
how do you what's your sleep schedule? Like how do you do that?
When I know I have work, I try to go to sleep between 10 and 11 to wake up like around 1:30. Just because.
Wait, when do you sleep?
Huh?
When do you sleep?
10 through like between 10 and 11, I fall asleep. Because if I don't have work, I go to sleep whenever. So.
Yeah, but
So
like so you go to bed around 10 or 11, then you sleep for like 2 hours, maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and then you work a full shift. Do you take a nap after work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because that's crazy, because that's a weird shift, because that's not even like a third shift or a first shift. Yeah. But it's like in the middle of that.
That's what they call it, first shifts, because there's 3 shifts where I work. And so we technically work like 4 hours with third shift because they're still working while we work too.
Man.
Evan, is it weird to think that your friend is working while you're still asleep?
Nah. But when he first got the job after, I remember he was looking at my vein. He was like, oh, yeah, you got a nice one. And he's not the first. When I used to donate blood, they used to tell me that all the time, too.
I think I have I'm wearing a hoodie. I think I have a good vein,
veins,
too.
I guess, in my arm.
So they call you the vampire?
Yeah. Some patients are like, oh, just take my blood because you're one of the vampires. I already know what you're here for. So sometimes they just let me. I don't even have to ask. But mostly you have to ask every time.
What?
Just because they have the right to say no.
Do you have anything like patients go crazy on you while you're doing it?
If I miss their vein and I kind of like try to get it and it hurts them.
While it's still in there?
Yeah, because sometimes I'll miss it because the vein is there, but sometimes I'll miss it, and so I'm trying to get it. And sometimes when I push it back and push it back in, it hurts them, and they're like, "Oh," or just they do something, and I'm just like, "Hey, I'm not done yet. Just chill out." because I'm not done.
Wait, so
But
you
some
you
people
don't
are-
take it out? You just try to find it while it's still in there?
If I know I can, I got it, I'll leave it there. But if there's some people that are hard, so if I feel it and I don't get it, I'll take it out.
So have you ever like messed up like pretty bad in that kind of?
No.
So you're just like quick to find it like the
Yeah.
second time. Have you ever had like a bunch of misses and you just have to keep going back in?
Yes, but we only can get 2 tries. So that's why when I'm close to a vein and I don't take it out, I just try to get it.
Just wiggling in there.
Yes, because sometimes I'll get mad at myself because I didn't get it, even though it's like there. So I might as well try to get it.
So do you enjoy what you do?
Sometimes it's repetitive. That's the only thing I don't like, and the hours. So I'm trying to get into the clinical setting of it, because in the clinical setting you just usually from like 7 to 3, Monday through Friday,
okay.
no weekends. I work weekends sometimes, so that's the only thing I hate about it. But yeah.
Do you have any like funny stories of when you're dealing with a patient, or maybe even a worker, or a story that your worker had, or whatever, like your coworkers?
Well, it's not. I don't think it might be funny, but some patients hit on me, but they're old. They're like elderly women. They're
Evan, wait, hold on, Evan. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, so you gotta understand too, and I don't know if you guys have ever had any other nurses or anything on here. Well, people when they're in the hospital, like usually they're there for a long time, and they're not always in the greatest mood. So he'd be telling me sometimes like they're crabby and stuff, and I'm like, I get it. And when it comes to older women, when I was doing my EMT class, I remember the fire chief in there, he said one of the worst calls that you can get is to an elderly community, is he says, like, you gotta be careful when you be bending over, they be pinching your butt and stuff. And I was like, well, it's because they got nothing else to do, so they just, and when you're in the hospital, that too, you just kind of, you're chilling. And when a good-looking guy comes in, you know.
That's facts.
So it's like, I don't know.
It's happened a couple times.
Yeah.
What do they say to you? What do they?
What I can remember, this one lady said, "Oh, another handsome man taking my blood," and then I took her blood, and I'm like, I have to label them too. So when I was doing that, I asked her, who was the other one? Because I was like, that I know of, there's nobody else that's here that looks better than me.
He said he's the only male phlebotomist too, so he was like, "What are you talking about?"
I do have a male coworker, but I don't think he looks better than me. Like, I look better.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you do. You're a great looking guy.
Thank you.
That's so funny. So they hit on you, and then is there any like other like random funny things that you've seen or witnessed while working in the medical field?
I've seen naked patients.
Oh my god!
The first day training on the floor with like patients that are in rooms, I saw a naked patient, and then
Male or female?
female.
Oh.
And when I got in there, I was training, so I have to spectate. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I literally turned around and walked out. And then I walked back in.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my job now. Like, it was my first day there, so I was like, dang, at 3 a.m. So
Oh man.
so it was a little surprising.
Did they warn you about all that stuff beforehand or no?
No, but I kind of expected it, but I didn't expect it to be the first, first 3 patients. One of them was already like that, but it's because she had to get cleaned up and stuff, so that's why too. But yeah.
Yeah, no, there's so much respect for anyone working in the medical field because you're literally taking care of people. So like, obviously, thank you for
You're welcome,
taking
guys.
and doing that responsibility. So I
Another good-looking man on the podcast.
Thank you.
we kind of skipped over it briefly because I wanted to hear what you're up to right now. But before that job, me, you, Evan, and some of our other friends, we all worked together.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to ask you, let's all positive things. All positive things. What are some the highlights of it? Because I specifically remember, I can talk about when you guys did pick up at the end of the day. That was some of the best times of seeing you guys do it. But do you guys want to talk about what it's like working with each other during those times? All positive.
All right, I could go first. I mean, every morning I will look forward to seeing you guys, And you guys, I mean, every time I would go for lunch, or you or Huwais would always be there. We would always talk. Snow does whatever he wants, so he will be like he'll be like, all over the building. So it's like
That's so true, because he would come sit in the office and like.
and I'm
talk
like,
for-
Snow, are you supposed to be in a class? Like, no.
He'd be there for like 30 minutes. He's like, yeah, I'm down for lunch. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be helping out? No, he said I'm good.
I remember my first day there. It was before school started. I met Evers. I met you, Braedon, and then Snow was already there. So we all went out for lunch. I remember, and then I got to know them a little better. And then throughout the school year, we all got to hang out more and stuff like that. And then I still remember the day we all got terminated.
You're fired.
They were like, "You're fired," and I was like, "Why?" But I knew it why, because budget cuts, whatever. But that day we went to go to a Bucks game. We went to a Bucks game, and we saw Evers there too. So it was kind of fun.
No,
was fun.
that Bucks game was a lot of fun. But like those months, I think it was like, because it was right around, it was a little bit after this.
It was like around like October, kind of, maybe.
I think it was
It was
near
around
end
this
of
time
October,
because
because it was
preseason.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I remember because after Thanksgiving I got a different job. But I think it was right before Thanksgiving, so end of October, early November that it happened. But those like those 2 or 3 months, dude, it was some of the best times. It was so fun.
That's the only things I liked about working there. The kids, not really, but but I miss some kids. Some were like nice, and they I would have a good relationship with them. But other than that, it was them that made work fun.
Yeah.
So did you used to go to that school before you worked there?
Yeah,
And Snow was working there when you were.
a senior. I was a senior, and then that was his first year there.
What was your first impression of?
I was like, "Who's this white dude?" Because I was like, I've never seen him or ever in my life. I was like, "Who's this?"
Did you ever give him like a hard? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hold up. So, no, when my first day there, they like trained me, but they kind of threw me in a classroom, and they were like, "All right, this is yours." And so when I first met Kewdy in his class, I didn't know what to expect, so I brought like games for them, not knowing like they had actual work to do. So we played. What was that game we played?
It was like you would
Think and Sync.
you would guess something, and like something like that, right?
Yeah. So it was, and every day after he'd be like, "Bro, you gonna bring that game back?" And like I was like, "We got work."
It was fun. It was really fun the first day, because that was the only day he brought it. So it was really fun. But other than that, after that we got to know him, and then he coached basketball when I was on the basketball team. So that's also we got to know him, and he would take me home, take everybody else home. So that's how we progressed our friendship and stuff like that.
School bus, unofficial.
Evan, what was it like working with Kewdy?
It was great. So it was funny. I don't remember when you got the job, but I remember he texted me. He's like, "I'm working there," and I was like, "Let's go," because I think we joked about that a couple of times, and then obviously I think I mentioned this in like the other episode too. Working with everyone for the first couple of months was like, it was work, but like when you have a good team and you got good coworkers, it doesn't feel like work. Mm-hmm. You just enjoy going like every day, look forward to it. So, yeah, it was kind of lonely when everybody left. So,
when I got the job back, it felt like work, because the only one I had was Snow, and so and Coach, I had Coach B, remember him? He's there, but he also teaches and stuff like that. And so he was always busy, but Huwais would always be around, and you would be around, so it wasn't as like not fun,
Yeah, that time honestly was like infamous. Like, I think as old as I'll ever get in all the other jobs, Chris, I'm gonna remember that time, because that was my first like full-time career job for myself. And to think back that I worked with Kewdy, Evan, Matt, Elias, and me, and we like all of us like just ran amok-us in that place. Like, we did what we wanted. That's probably why we got let go. No, I'm just joking.
Probably.
I'm joking. But no, like, anytime you'd go anywhere in the whole school, like, you see a friend, and like we would hang out, talk during passing periods. The amount of times we would go get lunch and stuff like that. Yeah. It was so much. All PD days. Like, I have a great friend at work now too. But like, to think like it's like this crew. Imagine we all worked at the same spot each day. Like, you're doing work, but you're hanging out with friends. So it makes it much much more fun.
Do you guys have any like stories about each other? Like whether you saw snow either? Oh, you got one.
I got a story. I was in free period, and he was in the study hall, and this girl was like very like getting him really like mad. And,
oh no!
And and then he told her, "Go sit down," and she said, and she just kept talking. She just kept arguing with the guy, and then he was like, "You're gonna get detention," and but then he was trying to find the paper, but he couldn't find the paper, and then he just closed the cabinet. He's like, "I can't find this," the S word. Yeah, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say the bad word here. But he said it so softly. It's like he never said it, but he did say it.
Let me clarify what happened. I was trying to say I can't find the sheets, but it came out SISHIT. And then as soon as I said it, I was like, and then Kelly's face was like, and then it was, yeah. So, and then we started laughing, which was really bad because I was trying to be serious. Because I was very upset. Yeah. But I was laughing at the same time. So I was like, all right.
What was your reaction?
I was like, I can't believe Snow even said that in the workplace,
It was unintentional.
What was talk about your pickups, because I would come and experience it and see it. They had radios, bro. Like the job of the radio was to call out people, but they use the radio all. He would sing. You would sing in it. What did you?
Yeah.
Sorry. What were those stories? What was pickup like? Because you guys made it enjoyable, even though you guys didn't really want to do it.
So I remember. I think. Let me see. I think I always called him like a name.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Wasn't it something regarding how he's a redhead or something?
Yes, it was. I forgot it because I would say it.
I literally don't have red hair, so I don't know why this keeps coming up.
I don't know what. I think. Oh, I will call him a straw. I think it was a strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
through the walkie-talkie, which other people could hear.
Yeah. Are you serious?
It's not just between them. It's all of them. Like
It's the team.
And then I would just go, Snow, what are you doing? He's outside doing whatever. I'm like, you're not even doing anything. Just come here. Just come in here. Because he acted like he was doing something, but I don't think he was doing it.
They had me out there, so I was very confused. This was like the first week. We were just like calling kids out. So yeah, like for the first like couple weeks, it'd be me and another teacher just out there making sure kids would get their car. But there was so much traffic. They're like, all you gotta be, I don't know what it's called, traffic control, whatever person.
On the street.
Yeah, so I was in the street, which if you're listening, you can't see, but if you're watching, I was in the street like for cars to come through. So Kelly's like, Snow, you're doing it wrong. And so then we had just sing to each other over the walkie too. I forget what song.
What was your go-to song?
What was the? It was something that was on a lot of like reels on Instagram.
It was one of those TikTok popular songs at the time.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was, but I would always sing it to him on the walkie-talkie. And I think it was Evers that would hear it too, because he was there with us.
Oh yeah, he'd be commenting too.
Yeah.
I think I would call him something too. I don't know what I would call him, but I always try to have fun because it was the end of the day.
So Kewdy said a story about you, Snow.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a story about Kewdy?
I feel like I should, but like, Kelly's always funny. That's the issue. So every time we hang out, he always makes me laugh. But,
you know what?
I don't know.
While you're thinking, speaking to Kewdy, so you can think.
Mm-hmm.
Braedon would tell me, he's like, bro, there's this guy that we work with. His name is Kewdy, and dude, he's the funniest guy ever. And so I was skeptical, because then Evan was like, yeah, when are me and Kewdy gonna be on the podcast? And I originally said no.
Yeah, I remember.
And so Braedon's like, no, he's actually funny. Like, he actually like genuinely makes me laugh. And he was like telling me stories about stuff. And he was like, when you get him into the room and you like, he's just himself, bro, he's gonna make you laugh. And so I remember I came to basketball one time and you showed up. I actually met you at church prior.
Yeah.
But I think that you were just like kind of in your shell still. But when we were playing basketball, I remember you were just going off and roasting people and like just making jokes. And I was like, all right, I can see Kewdy is absolutely hilarious. So when Braedon was like telling me these stories, I can apologize and say that I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
when we were at work and stuff, like one thing that Kewdy and especially Elias, if he was on this podcast, is crazy. They're known for like roasting each other.
Oh, yeah.
They'd constantly roasting each other, and so like they'd throw a lot back. But like one story about Kewdy, remember we'd always like mess with him how he'd play basketball with the kids, and he would like lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have this.
Yeah, because I don't really try. Yeah.
Bro, I'd be so salty because I would be at the end of the day, I would stand outside a window just like staring. And it was like I had to cover the last day hall or something for the day. And Kel to be outside hooping. And I was just like, that should be me. I was like,
Those are the privileges of being the teacher for younger kids. They go outside. The high schoolers
That's
are not
true.
supposed to,
Yeah.
technically.
Wait, why did you lose against?
Because I wouldn't try. Because you know what I do when I play kids?
What?
I don't play defense. I let them shoot, and then if they make it, they make it. You know.
Have you ever been like? Have they ever like gone on you were like, Kelly, come on, let's. What do they call you,
Brother Serrano?
brother? Why'd you do the?
Because sometimes they'll call me my name. Sometimes they'll just whatever. Because I was a student there.
So did you? Did they ever get on your nerves and then you wanted to win, but you kept letting them shoot and then they made it, and you're like,
That's like my strategy with them. Because some of them, some can and some can't. So the ones that can't shoot and they talk the most junk, I just let them shoot and then I just go at them when I get the ball back.
Do you run into them?
Yeah,
You're just
like how I do to Snow. Because Snow can't guard me.
bro.
Let's talk about that.
Let's not talk about that because last night we hooped and I was cooking before. And then when the game started, I did not do so good. But
When we were playing, I did do horrible. But if we were to play 1-on-1, me and Snow,
nah, record this because we'll post something after. I'm gonna beat him easily.
next week Tuesday, you heard it
Next
here.
week Tuesday.
Snow versus
I'll
Kelly.
1-on-1 him and I'll really try. It's not gonna beat me.
What's like your specialty when you're on the court?
He backs it up.
Oh yeah, I'll back it up on him quick and then and then I'll just But he knows how to he knows what I do, so he'll defend it well because he'll be But
So it sounds like he would beat you.
no, but he's so unskillful that he can't.
So he can defend you. Do you switch up your moves on him?
Yeah, like yesterday, for some reason, I don't know how I did it. I did like a cross and then 1 foot, whatever, and I shot it and I made it. I was like, whoa, what is this? I was just trying new stuff on it because he knows what I do, so I just try whatever with him.
So, Snow, what's your specialty?
Bro, I get buckets. Bro, honestly, all right.
That's not a specialty, but
Bro, scoring is a specialty. No, honestly, all right, here's what I found with basketball. 1v1, I'm really good. On a team, I struggle. So, like, yesterday we were hooping, and I think me and him were on a team all time, and we won 1 game. But, like...
Out of how many?
I don't know how many we played yesterday.
we played like 7 or 8 games.
Hey. Dude,
Was there any rotations? How many people were there?
It's because the winning team just kept
Yeah.
And you know how we do it? You know how you guys do it? We shoot for who plays next. The same people kept making it. So it's like the 2 that always sat down. You know how 2 sit down, they're next. The 3 that make it are always almost the same people. So it's like the same people were always playing.
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys make it or?
I made it once.
We played the whole time, pretty much.
I made it once.
I played the whole time, pretty much.
Snow's trash, but it's okay.
Another thing I want to talk about, which we were just kind of talking there. Sports, you like to do it, but one thing that you love is baseball, right? And you were a part of, I don't know if it's still happening, but a softball team?
Yeah.
Do you want to kind of talk about that, like the passion for that, or where that started, or?
Well, my whole family is a baseball, type family from my dad's side. So my dad grew up playing, my uncle grew up playing, and my grandma likes the Yankees. So it's like a baseball family. And so I grew up always playing, going to the park with my dad because he always played. And so my love for it was bad. When I was young, I was lazy. I am still lazy a little bit, but like the love for it wasn't there when I would play. I always just play just to play, just because of my dad, because he would put me. But like when I was like maybe 14, 15, I was like getting into it more and more. So I was gonna try out for the high school team, for baseball, but COVID happened. So it kind of like not ruined anything because stuff is back on now, but it kind of ruined like, okay, now I don't gotta do anything now. So it was like more like, okay, COVID ruined it, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it no more because I moved schools. I went to VCA, so there was no baseball there. But I do play fast pitch softball because that I also grew up with that in my life, and so I play that during the summer. And so now I'm going to Florida to play fast pitch.
I didn't know that.
Versus the team over there. From here, like my uncle did a team, and then we're all going over there to play them.
Just for a game?
2 games, but it's like more like we call it a compartir. That means like you just have fun with each other. There's food, there's whatever, and so that's that passion that I didn't have for that when I was younger. I have it now.
Wow.
And so sometimes it's not the best thing to have because sometimes I put it first before certain things, but I'm starting to have like a level, like a balance it out with life and with my life outside of that and with the sport.
So you said fast pitch?
Yeah.
What is that? What does that entail?
You know how the girls play, like they do the whole circle with their hand.
Yeah.
I could play that, but I'm not there yet. Because that's really hard. It's like even harder. But they instead of doing the whole motion, us guys, it's called modified. So they do it from like 3/4 and then like that. It's still hard.
Because I think regular softball, you just toss it really high in the air.
That's the slow pitch one. That's the one that's like
the plate,
yeah.
right? You just have to hit the plate or something.
That's the slow pitch, and then there's the fast pitch for girls, and then like there's a fast pitch for the guys, and then there's the modified fast pitch. So there's like different types.
Wow. Are you pretty good?
I'll say I'm okay. I could be better, and I was worse. So I'm getting better every day. Like every time I play, I catch and I play first base. So like
You're first base?
Yeah. So those are my 2 positions that I really like playing, and I'm actually good at it. So that's why I like to be there.
So when you strike out, what goes through your head?
I get frustrated with myself. So, but I don't crash out though. I just to myself. People ask me what's wrong. I'm nothing. I just struck. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I gotta do better the next time I go up. But yeah.
Have you ever saw wait, are you dating anyone?
I'm talking to someone, but it's not serious though, because I just started.
It's the foundations of a relationship.
Like I just started to talk to her like last week.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna get back to that.
Okay.
What's her name?
Oh, Natalie.
Oh, okay, bet.
You just dropped the name?
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm not gonna show her this. I'm not gonna show her that I said it.
You're gonna see it eventually. Hey, no. First game I went to see Kewdy, I was irritated because we got there a little late. That was my fault. But the whole game I'm waiting for him to get in, and he's not going in. And then they're losing. And I said, what's going on? He said, they benched me for the game. And the guy that they had replacing him was trash. So I said, bro, tell him to replace with that guy, because I was like, that's not it. But he's really good.
Oh,
really
and to add more to it, what happened that year, I was my dad started a team and I was on it. So he doesn't play favorites with me. So that's why I didn't get as much playing time with him, because he would have put players that were better. So my dad moved away to Puerto Rico, so that's why. And then I thought that team dynamic was going to be the same, so I moved teams. So that's why the team that I played on this year sucked, but I played every day, like every time we played. So it was more like a learning experience, and I played every day. So I played every game.
Before Natalie, did you ever see like a girl in the stands and you're like, oh, bro, I gotta get a home run here? Yes
and no, because there's a lot. There's a lot of women, and I don't disrespect other guys by looking at their girls or whatever. So I'll see a girl, okay, oh, she's pretty. A guy like me, I'm a guy, so I'm just like, okay, let me do what I could. Let me
hit the stinger. That's what
maybe see what I could do in front of her, because why not? But to impress her? No, it was more to just be like, okay, that guy could play.
Have you been successful in that?
Like what?
Like you see that and you get a home run, or maybe you get a couple bases?
Sometimes, not all the time, but Sometimes. Not
Dude,
all the
that
time.
feeling's gotta be great.
'Cause
Just see her.
Because I did hit one home run this year, but no girl was there, so. It's like,
Oh, so you saw a boy or something?
boys were there.
My question has two parts. First question is, would you ever want to coach baseball or any softball or anything like that?
Yes, in the future,
Yeah.
but not right now. But
And then my next one is that you guys were both on the same coaching staff for basketball. Can we talk about
yeah,
how that went and all those dynamics? Because I believe Evan was a head coach, and then you were one of the assistant coaches, right?
yes, I helped him out. He had me, so he basically would tell me what to do. So he told me to help the little kids with practice. So it would just be me doing what I could do whatever with them. I could make them run. I could do whatever. He would tell me what the topic of the day was. Let's say layups. Then we would do the certain drills that he would tell me to do. And then after, if they weren't listening, I would make them run. I'll make them do something as punishment. And they wouldn't like me because they thought I'm a nice person, and they think that since they could take advantage of me in certain things. So I was like, no, not today. Y'all gonna get on the line. Y'all gonna run. But yeah, it was a fun experience because I was never a coach, so it was like a first time everything, and it was a fun year to be around the team and to be and I have friends that were on the team, so it was fun to be around there for their last year because I already graduated, so they were juniors when I graduated, so they were seniors when I was the coach. So it was a pretty fun experience to even be around them for when they last played their high school basketball.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I felt bad because he had to help out. So, no one really wants to work with like the middle schoolers just because like they're kind of difficult sometimes, and it's a little frustrating. But like him and another coach would a lot of times be over there to do drills and stuff and try to help them get better slowly. But during the games, it was funny because, you said he makes fun of people, bro. He would just be saying stuff. Oh, so-and-so sucks. like while they're playing, I'm like, bro, we're trying to win. I said, so it was fun though. So yeah, I was glad to have him because a lot of times it would just be us two, just because everyone's schedule was so busy, so we had to sometimes run practices by ourselves. So.
How was Evan as a head coach? Would you recommend him?
No,
Bro.
you know what?
What's my record?
5-2.
What?
But
That's
no, but for real, to being serious, he just needs to be more. Like you say, they take advantage of him because he's not as strict as you would as a coach should be. But if he gets that down, then he will be a good coach because he likes to study the game. He likes the game, so it's not like he can't be a coach. He just needs to. When kids are not listening, he has to just be more strict about it and be like, hey, pay attention. You know.
The one thing that's awesome about coaching. So when you work at the school, the kids low key have power because they choose not to do something. You have to kind of deal with them because your job is to take care of them and teach them and all this stuff. But when it comes to coaching, you can say, leave the team, get off the team, run more because because that is an extracurricular activity that they're choosing to be a part of. For school, they have to be there and you have to teach. But coaching, you're I don't need you on the team, even though they might be really good. But you can use that thing oh, you want to be on this team? You got to do this. I don't know. I was going to ask, so you guys have a great friendship. You guys are, every time around you guys, I'm dying laughing. I think you guys are so cool. I like how you guys, what's the word? You guys both roast each other, but it's all out of love. I was gonna say, what do you think makes your guys' friendship great? And what if there's other friends out there? What are some takeaways? What's important?
I feel like I could talk to him about anything, serious, being funny, not happy, sad things, whatever. So I feel like he's one of those people that I could just go to for anything. If I could ask, I could say something, I could ask, or I could do whatever. That's how I feel with him. So that's yeah.
I feel like when you meet someone, there are certain people that you just bond with right away, and when I first had him in class, he was just one of those students, you could tell, like, on the outside, like, he seemed to, like, have his life together. Very smart student, like, really good kid, never got in trouble. So, like, and he was like this when I first met him, too. Like, personality-wise, just very witty, you know what I mean? Like, very smart, just, like, really quick comments. And so, like, yeah, he's just, I don't know, it's a God thing how it worked out because, you know, with him graduating, then, you know, who knows, he could have gone anywhere, but, like, he decided to come back to VCA. So it was a cool thing because, like, our friendship was able to continue, and that doesn't always happen in life where you meet someone and then they move on and whatnot. So it is cool. Yeah, and I'm glad he's still a part of my life. So,
what is, like, the thing that you guys bond over?
I don't know. Like you said, I feel like we can talk about anything, and I think when you have shared experiences, that helps. So working together, obviously, like, that bonded us. A lot of our friends now are very similar, or I mean, even like church, like if we talk about God and stuff and whatnot, and it's just like shared experiences and similar interests. We both like sports. We both like movies. So it's when you have a similar personality, and I'll say similar goals in life, you tend to get along with a person very well. So yeah.
Because
like, yeah, that's right.
he's right. I am also.
I'm like, he should have said that.
He's like, that's the correct answer.
Oh, that's good. You have no say. You can say something.
I would say the other thing too about Kelly, his mom makes the best Puerto Rican rice. Their senior year, when they're trying to make their trip make money for their senior trip, him and his cousin, they were bringing like all this food to sell. I was like the first one out front. I was like, and then I was always asking me like, "Oh, is your mom cooking? Is your mom cooking?" Because then he'd bring me in bowls of like rice. Yeah. It was like the best day.
Yeah.
So is your whole family like just quick-witted, just happy-go-lucky? Like, you guys are just always like feeling good? You guys are always just laughing and enjoying each other?
Sometimes, like, you know, I'm not as close with my dad's side, but my mom's side, mostly all of them lives here, so I'm really close to everybody here. But yeah, I'm closer to my mom.
Yeah.
My mom's side of the family, more like my cousins and everybody like that, and we all laugh, we all whatever, and we all have our, you know, obviously our problems and stuff, but I feel like our family doesn't talk about them, but if we were to come to the point to talk about everything, and we will all just, you know, talk and have like that adult conversation that we, you know, as it should be. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you said that lives here. Does everyone else live in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Really?
The only people that I have that live here from my dad's side is my uncle, and then everybody else lives there in Puerto Rico or in another state. And then my immediate family from my mom's side lives here. But everybody else that I really don't really know, it's over there.
I was gonna ask. So are you full Puerto Rican?
Yes, but I was born here.
But you're born, and then I was gonna say, what was the because there's a lot of pride that comes in this that comes with that culture, like very, very grateful. What was it like growing up?
The food, the music, the learning how to dance, the parties, the everything. It's like I can't imagine myself being something else. Yeah. If I were to like die and get born again, I want to be Puerto Rican again. You know? Yeah. Like I can't be something else. That's how you could say how proud I am of being what I am.
Yeah. Do you think if you and Evan switched bodies, right?
He wouldn't want to switch back.
You would.
What do you think Evan actually wants to be? I'm joking.
Oh,
so do you think his personality would survive in your family?
I think so. Yeah.
How fluent are you in Spanish?
I'm bilingual. I'll speak it good.
Bro, I think I knew that, but that is just crazy. Like, so at the school I work at, there's a lot of Hispanic Spanish speaking students, and they play this card like they don't know what I'm saying when they know what I'm saying.
Okay.
When I ask, they like hide from me and stuff. Anyway, it's a whole other rant thing. But we've talked about this many times. That is insane.
Well, being bilingual.
Yeah. Do you understand? Like, that's like a superpower. Like, you're able right now. What are you thinking? Which one was your first language? Spanish or English?
I'll say English, because school was always English.
Yeah.
So at the house is where I
Yeah.
speak Spanglish.
Yeah.
I'll speak both there, but when I was younger, they would make me speak Spanish, and when I'm in Puerto Rico, I'll speak Spanish. So it could say that
That's
I'll just
crazy, dude. That's
you
so
can just
mind-blowing.
switch it on and off.
yeah.
So right for the rest of this, okay, for like the next couple of minutes, could you respond to us in Spanish when I ask you a question?
Okay.
Oh well,
Okay.
You-
That's fine. I'll try, because it's sometimes it's not hard, but
you're
it's
not
like,
doing it yet.
Oh, right now. Oh, right now.
So what's your favorite things about Evan?
That's a hard question, dude. He doesn't know how to answer right now.
It depends. Me gusta how me gusta. I'm trying. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
But we'll ask you a different question.
All right.
Ask you a different question. So, when it comes to softball, talk about what it's like to get ready for softball. For like soccer, I put like shin guards on. I make sure I have my socks. I have everything in my bag. What does it take for you to get prepared for a softball
Do you want me to say
game?
it in Spanish? Okay. Well, let's say if I'm at my house and I didn't work that day, so I'll busco mi ropa, me pongo el pantalón, I'll put on my socks, those are socks, pants, me pongo la gorra, I'll get my backpack, my bulto, and I'll wait for my uncle. Espero por mi, what's the name? My uncle. I forgot to say it.
Dude, that's crazy though. I just know like.
Y después voy para el parque a jugar.
Ah, sí.
And I said, then I go to the park to play.
I don't know if you know this, but he's Hispanic.
I think I could guess what he is.
What is he?
Mexican.
Yes.
Why did you guess Mexican?
Because I don't know if you were something else.
What does Braden look like?
White.
What does Snow look like?
I'm actually Hispanic. No, I'm joking.
White.
He's actually Italian.
I know he is too.
Yeah.
So
See? See?
No way he's
See?
Hey, we're from Sicily.
So now you even know I even have more
Hey,
than what we
hey.
were thinking before.
Our grandmother's maiden name was, I think, I have to double check with Papa, but I think it was Vicente, and they changed it to, it was a Vincer, because when they got here, it sounded too Italian.
Wait, how
Boom.
What percentage Italian are you?
I mean, he's probably more than me, because his grandma, too.
Yeah.
I get it from
I
our
think
grandpa.
honestly,
So
I'm
he's
probably 50%. You're 25%.
Yeah, he's getting double, because his grandma's side.
You're not 50%.
I
No,
think
he's
you're
getting
like
a lot.
25. I'm 50. I would say.
Probably, because I'm getting Polish, I'm getting French, and I'm getting Italian, and that's from different members of my family. Well, probably mostly Polish.
They call us mutts.
Yeah.
You guys are purebreds. Well, actually, you're. What are you? You're
He's
you're
a half-
full
he's a
half and
half-bred.
half, right? Is that
he's a half
half-bred?
bred.
Half bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can speak Spanish too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's both say stuff that we like about.
His Spanish, my Spanish is probably.
Me gusta how. Me gusta.
Como se dice?
Hey, when I do go to his baseball games, I'd be sitting there with, I'm usually with Elijah, and we'll be talking in Spanish. I'm like, bro, I gotta learn Spanish, because I'm like, I'm always wondering what they're saying, because everyone's having a conversation, or they'll be saying stuff to each other on the field, and I can't comprehend it. So I'm like, I wish if I could have any superpower, it'd be like the ability to speak any language.
Yeah.
Or to know any language.
I mean, for my future children, I'm having like I think 3 requirements from them. One is they have to be in a sport, like an activity. Another one is that they have to be like musically inclined, so if that's an instrument or singing, but like they're going to be doing lessons or whatever. And the third one is they have to learn a language, because I think that's just so valuable to be able to do. Like if I was thinking like, I bet like for any jobs that you're looking for, that's like a huge thing that helps out.
At my job, there's some patients that only speak Spanish, so that's why it helps when you're bilingual.
Wow.
So yeah, and and then there's a machine to where if I wasn't bilingual, they'll, I would just put the passcode in and then just pick a language and then they'll speak for me. But sometimes all I do is show them the needle. It's like blood, and they're like, yeah, so I don't have to use the machine. So it's a waste of time.
Yeah,
with using the machine.
So, and I also feel like it's like a flex to have. Like Natalie, she sounds like she's not Puerto Rican. Is she Puerto Rican?
She's half.
She's half. So do you guys speak in Puerto Rican or
English?
Spanish?
English.
I real quick. Well, remember that one girl that you talked to that we used to work with?
Don't talk about her.
I won't. But what was she? What was she?
She's half Mexican and Puerto Rican.
He has a type. He has a type. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, you have a type?
Uh,
do you not stray away from Puerto Ricans?
I would say my type is like skin color. Like
What?
like skin color. No,
Wait,
like
Snow,
color.
take the mic.
No. What I mean by that. What I mean by that is I don't like. I prefer white skinned girls.
White?
White skinned, like white.
Light skin.
No, they're not light skinned. Light skinned are what? No, like white.
Alright. I'm trying to help you out.
No, it's
like Evan.
no more white. He's
More
not even
white
he's
than
red.
Evan?
Wait, really?
Yeah, like I told you yesterday.
But it seems like every girl has been Hispanic.
But they're still
have?
white. Like they're still white. Like their skin color is white.
Were you about to say white skin?
No. No.
So you prefer white? You said white skin?
Yeah, like a white color, like white skin color with light brown hair and light brown eyes.
He is a full type,
That's
dude.
a full type. And you don't like...
But to be honest, I don't have like if another girl that's not that type would come to me and I liked her, then it's okay.
Well, you wouldn't like her because I think it's
I've
considered racist.
I prefer, but if it doesn't happen, I mean,
I have a fun like scenario game here. Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. So, Evan, you're Kelly's wingman. Like, what are you saying? Like, you guys are out at Guanajuato's. What is that place in Bayview?
Guanajuato's.
That one. And like a girl comes up and Kelly just went to use the bathroom and like she's like, "Oh, who's that?"
Oh, that's my friend Keldy. I think he's single right now, but you might want to act quick because apparently there's all these ladies at the hospital trying to get out. And then let's talk about how much money he's got. He plays baseball. So then she's like, "Oh, he's an athlete and he got money. Oh, he's got a career. What more could you want?"
All right, and then Kelly, you come back and you see this girl and she's like, "Hey, my name's Natalie." What are you saying?
Hey, girl. How are you?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Out. And he's gonna be like, "Let me check real quick." White skin. That's what I was talking about.
But yeah, if I think she's pretty, I'll probably like ask for her number if I'm interested. Also.
Wait, you just asked for the number?
Well, I'll talk to them first, but I mean,
What's like how do you break the ice?
to be honest, it just comes out naturally. Like that girl I talked to right now, I actually had to train her, so I had to talk to her. So I was like, yeah. What you guys? Why you guys laugh? Well, yeah.
So
But
you're her boss?
No, I had to train her because
Your coworkers.
we're coworkers, and I got trained by a coworker. That's how we all get trained.
Did the person who trained you like you?
She did.
Wait, so is this just a thing?
She did, but she's way older than me. The one that did like me.
Oh wow.
She was 28.
What she look like?
I don't know.
So what?
You know what she look like?
She's short, dark hair,
White skin?
Yeah.
So
Brown hair?
No, the black. I told you dark black.
I'm so sorry. So how did you flirt with her in a hospital? Because I feel like that's kind of hard.
I didn't actually. I kind of just talked to her. I was like, what are you? And then she told me Costa Rican and Puerto Rican, and then she just
Is this like your requirements? Like you have to ask them what they are?
no, because I knew she was Latina. I just wanted to know what, because I saw her name is Arias, so her last name was Arias. So I was like, what are you? And she told me, and then she told me that, I lived there for a couple years, and I came here. I've been here 3 months. Blah blah blah. I was like, oh, nice.
Oh.
And then I didn't go to work for like a week, and I have like other friends at the hospital, and then one of my friends told her I liked her, cause I told her something. One of my friends like, I think she's pretty, you know.
Yeah. And
she told her I liked her, and then she didn't say anything at first. She was like, "Oh, for real? I don't believe you." Well. And then the next day, she went back to the same my friend, and she said about me that, I liked him too. I was like, "Oh wow." And I didn't even have to ask her for her number. She gave it to my friend to give it to me.
Dang.
that's when you know you just got game.
And I wanted to ask her, but I wasn't there to ask her, because I was off those like 4 days in a row.
Did you date a lot of women?
No, I had like one real girlfriend.
How? Fact check.
I think that's correct. I haven't heard anything else.
Cause I'll tell him, but he knew he knew I had a girlfriend, and he knew when it ended. He knew he knows, but
I knew all the details.
yeah, and that's why the girl that worked with us back at VCA, it was her, but not no more.
Yeah. We don't want any of that.
Things end for a good reason. So I didn't think so at first, but now that I think about it, I mean, it's probably good that it happened.
So what's your advice to someone who might not see the good in it yet?
At first, you're gonna feel very like bad, because that's how I felt. I felt really sad, really like not mad, but just sad. And people will talk to me about it. I wouldn't listen to them. I would just try to deal with it on my own. But always seek for help if you need it. Sometimes some people could just do it by themselves. Some people can't. But me, I kind of did it by myself, because I don't really like to talk about my problems like that. So kind of just always ask for help if you need help. Talk to whoever you need, like if you're somebody you trust, you could talk to about the problem. Sometimes it happens for things to get better in your life in the future. You can learn lessons from it. You could say I learned how to treat someone better too, a girl especially. So, but not just a girl, anybody, because everybody's supposed to be treated well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you learn lessons. You're always gonna be sad about it. Obviously, always gonna think about it too. But things are gonna get better and will be better in your life. So things happen I feel like for good reason. So not at first, but in the future, you're like, what if if it never happened? Would I have got the job that I have now? Like things that are happening now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang, what if she was holding me back? From certain things,
Yeah.
and maybe that what she did to me is like what I needed for certain things to happen in the future in my life. So,
Wow, that's beautiful. Snow, what do you think about that?
That's good advice. Great advice.
Do you have any advice about like
Breakups?
No, well, it could be. Oh yeah, let's go with breakups.
Breakups? I don't know. I got broken up with a lot, so you do be feeling depressed.
You got broken up with a lot?
Oh yeah, dude, I dated a girl for a day in high school. It was bad because I was like, "Oh, she wants me," and she just broke up with her boyfriend. So I said, "Ah, it's the perfect time." I was like, "Oh yeah." I was so awkward. I was like, "You want to like go out or something?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, I'm locked in. I was like, let's go. And then literally 24 hours, at the same time next day, she's like, yeah, I think we should just be friends. And I was like, all right. I was salty. I never talked to her again. And then she started dating one of my other friends, and then I was even more mad. So I was like, this is terrible. I was just embarrassed. I was like, so yeah, I know what he's talking about. You just feel bad. You feel bad about yourself. But like you said, it's a learning curve. That's how a lot of people go through. Not everyone meets the person they're supposed to be with right away. So that's a rare case.
So you guys, well, this would be the last question before we do like some fun stuff, just to wrap it up. But you guys have spent like, you guys both work with like helping others. Okay, it might be two different ways, but like, what's something that you've learned from your job that like you can apply to like just everyday life, or that if someone was like, hey, I just want to like be in the field of helping others, or being like a nice person to one another, or like doing favors or assisting, like what would be like, you guys can take a second to think on it, but like, what is something that you can take and give it to like a regular person for their everyday life, of like how they should view maybe conversations, maybe like they should have more work on patience or whatever. But what's something that you guys take from your two fields of helping others, being there for others? What would you give advice to for a regular person?
You want to go first?
Okay. I feel like just treating like the way I treat the patients is how I want to treat, like I would tell people to treat others, because I have to be nice to the patients. So even if they're mean to me, I just still have to act a little nice, and even though I'm like upset, but I would tell somebody like you guys, I'll tell you guys, always treat everybody nicely, just because you don't know what they're going through, because they're at the hospital. They're just, I don't know what's happening to them. They're just there overnight. It could be anything, and you just never know what somebody's going through. So always treat somebody nicely, and that, when you're helping other people too. So yeah, that's what I would.
It's really good.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to like the golden rule of treating others how you want to be treated. So like you said, you never know, especially like I was saying before, being in a hospital, working in a hospital is very difficult, very difficult. So I give him a lot of props, and I've talked to a couple other people that have worked in hospitals and stuff, and they've told me stories, and it's, I could never do it. You know what I mean? So like, I give him a lot of praise for that. But I think it's like Christ-like character. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
obviously, like you want to treat people like how you want to be treated, but at the same time, like, we're all different walks of faith or whatever, but like you just want to represent like God. And obviously, like when it's your job too to be work at a hospital or to be a teacher or whatever, like you still have like that calling in your life to be Christ-like. So that's how. And I don't always feel like I am, because sometimes I do be crashing out at work, especially at like the kids. But like at the end of the day, like I just like pray that like God, like let me represent you in the best way possible. So
that's great. Wow. So now ending with some like fun things. I have this game here, and you guys are great friends, okay? So have you guys seen like the game where like the two married couples sit in a chair and they like raise a shoe to talk about the other person?
I know what you're talking about.
So I was thinking, could you guys pop off your guys' shoes?
Pop off our shoes.
Yeah,
And then switch them, like the thing, and then you hold up the one whoever you think
Do you know what we're talking about, Kelly?
No.
So basically, you'll have one of Evan's shoes, and Evan will have one of your shoes, and you'll both be holding them. And then, for example, for like, who's most likely to go to jail? You would put up whose shoe
Evan.
or whose.
Oh, I pick up one of
You
mine.
need to take off yours.
Oh, take up both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you're gonna hold
and then
them.
you just hold up who.
So
you
we don't have to talk though, cause
Well, you
I
can.
have to explain.
You can.
after.
Yeah, he
I'll
can help
hold it.
out with it. So basically, if I say, who is more white, and then you'd go 3, 2, 1, and you'd lift the shoe that is the answer. So it'd have been potentially Evan. All right. So first question: who's more likely to get injured? 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, we agree. Why?
He's always complaining that, like yesterday, he complained, "Oh, I think my knee or something." He just was complaining the whole time, and I'm like, it's every day something,
Yeah.
with this dude, man.
It's because I'm old. My body's falling apart.
All right. Next question: who is more likely to be running late? 3, 2, 1, go.
He's always late to church or to anything.
It's true.
I always go to sometimes I go to Life Point with him,
Yeah.
and he's always late. You guys are already singing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm on my way."
I'm working on it.
All right. Next question. Who is the better dresser? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, wow, that's nice.
I don't like to dress up. I like to be comfortable with joggers, sweater, hoodie. He's always dressed nice.
I swear what I like. I
Yeah.
can't explain it.
All right. Who is the one that starts the arguments? 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Yeah.
Dude, you know, it's like you said before, I'd be ripping people. He'd be making me mad because I'd be telling a story and he's like, "Who asked?" And then I'm just like, but I can't even laugh because he has a dead serious face. So I'm like, bro, sometimes I just want to like hit you. I don't know.
Because who asked?
All right. Who was more likely to show up to school when you guys worked together? Who's more likely to show up grumpy?
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go.
No.
I don't know. I can't think of a time where either of us showed up like angry.
That's true.
It's grumpy.
Yeah,
But
or grumpy.
Oh,
I
crabby.
would think it's him because it's not me.
I was gonna say the same. I can't think of a time where I came in like grumpy unless I was like tired. But even then, I'm just tired. So
It's true.
neither of us. I don't know.
Who would win in a basketball game playing 1-on-1? 3, 2, 1, go.
Dude, bring the hoop in. Let's play right now.
So he likes to back up on you. What is your...
I literally
Let's
run
bring
right
back
by
in.
him. I literally run right by him. It was like 4 or 5 times. And he's like, I gotta get the ball back. And then finally I missed a layup and he got the rebound because I was tired. So I was tired from scoring.
I don't try. Who lets just someone run by them?
Bro, no.
Like 5 times in a row.
If you were there, you would know what I talk about.
Like if we really try, he's not gonna beat me. He won't beat
Nah.
me.
Hey, low key though, I do have a story. Dude, I used to complain about basketball practice too because we would always be the last ones there, and I would have to drive like kids home. And he was like, "Snow 1v1, we go out to dinner." I was like, "Bro, no, it's late. I got no money. I'm tired." He's like, "1v1, we play dinner." Bro, we probably 1v1 for like 2 hours after practice, and I think we ended on a tie. So like, because neither of us wanted to play anymore, we're just like, let's just leave, man.
We would just miss shots and just laugh during the 1v1. It was just bad.
Yeah, so
This is so funny. All right,
We went to the gas station.
last question before I end it all. Who is the better friend? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, what? Don't say me,
Hey, Kelly voted for himself.
We
Evan
agreed.
chose Kelly.
bro. And I'm changing my answer.
That's awesome.
I thought you were gonna do me. I was gonna do you.
Whoa.
Pause.
Well, do you guys have any last things you would like to say before we close it out?
Thank you guys for having me. It was a lot. It was like really like a long wait for this, and happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. Well, that was BC Procast episode 50, and we wouldn't have done it with anyone else. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Evan. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you read your Bible today. Make sure you say a prayer. Talk to God.
Actually, Evan has a great metaphor with like the party.
Oh.
Like speaking of like praying.
All right. You gotta understand, I was trying to figure out a way for this kid to understand. So we had a student ask, I'll make a long story short. A kid I heard him talking about in class, so like, how do you like get into heaven? And I had my ears picked it up right away. So I was like, oh, okay, we're talking about Bible. I was like, I'm right there. So I said, heaven's like a club. You just gotta know the bounces. So I was like, if you don't, you get kicked right out. But if you do, he'll let you right in. And he was like, oh. So I was like, it's all about relationship. I said, you gotta know Jesus.
That's a perfect analogy. So we definitely fueled your curiosity. This was BC Procast episode 50. Thank you for watching, everyone. Peace.
Peace.